treats for the trip.
I'm about to put 4 ferrets, 2 cats and myself in the back of a white van and drive for 9 hours. Why? Well, it's obviously not for fun. We're moving from Hertfordshire to the west coast of Scotland, where I'll have loads more space to entertain the ferrets, and we can fish for salmon right out of the back garden. Ferrets love salmon, so let's get going.
2 cats, 2 female ferrets, 2 male ferrets, 1 middle-aged lady, and a 9-hour drive ahead of us.
If you're wondering why I'm looking so rough here, I've just single-handedly packed up an entire house filled with 18 years of my stuff and wrangled 2 very angry cats into a crate in the van.
We're off to Scotland.
The ferrets were really the least of my worries, as I knew after settling with a treat they could sleep for the whole journey and still take a nap when we arrive.
So we are on the motorway and we're going for about an hour. Ferrets are fast asleep. Tia is still struggling.
While we're travelling in the dark, let me catch you up. I've taken great joy in building a ferret playground for us to enjoy together here on YouTube. But where we're based right now, the garden is very steep, leaving little room for expansion. But this was enough space. Until I adopted 2 new rescue ferrets last year. I didn't realise how hard it would be to integrate 2 groups of adult ferrets. The new boys are fantastic with me, but Luffy just doesn't like the girls. So I had to mess around every day, giving them all timeshare in the outside run. I needed a better solution, so I bought a new house. Yep, I have been known to be impulsive, but this is a beautiful location in the wilds of Scotland. The house is perfect for my use, and the outside space is incredible, with a genuine grown-up river running across the end of the garden. Once fishing season arrives, I fully intend to catch fish out of this river to feed the ferrets, so make sure you subscribe with the notifications turned on if you don't want to miss that. Plans for the future aside though, the most immediate need was a shed to house the ferrets, leading to a split external run so both groups can have their own outside space.
There's a few things that I need to fix straight away. Obviously there's limited and somewhat temporary enrichment in here, lots of tubes lying about, but I definitely want to add more enrichment out here and also some raised platforms so that they, when it's raining, as it rains a lot here, they can come out here and play when the floor is wet and not get their little feet wet. This shed, there's a lot of weather comes from that direction and hits the shed really full on, and Scotland is very wet at times, so there's a couple of things that I need to do to make this a watertight environment. I want to put some beading over here because at the moment the rain is going in there and it's kind of dripping down the inside. Also, you can see I've got this rather attractive looking tarp, which is getting a bit raggedy around the edges now. It was so wet up here when we built the shed that the window sealant never got a chance to fix. Every time I came here it was just pouring with rain, so I'm waiting for a couple of good dry days of weather. Luckily there's a weatherman lives next door. I've already put a few bits, essential bits and pieces around. One of the most essential bits and pieces, of course, the obligatory fairy lights. This is the inside of the shed, and as you can see there's lots of lovely windows. It is south facing, so of course there is a potential on hot days for this to heat up quite quickly. So I've ordered a thermal blackout blind for this wall. At the moment I've only got camping lights. I need to get an electrician so that we've got power. I've got an outside power point there, so I've just run a cable in through the door. That has given us power out here in the interim. This is a lovely area for play on the floor. They've got obviously, hello, how are you, Scruffy? I'm just showing everyone around. Radiator there, which just keeps the frost off so that their water bowls don't freeze. It's just on defrost mode. Good floor play area here. We've been bouncing around out here. They've got their beloved cat tower, which has already become prime stash spot for Scruffles, of course, who now really wants to come out. Not right now, sweetie. Or maybe I'll bring the camera down when I come tonight. I think everyone's a bit hyped today. You've got a sleep box up here, and same for the girls. Then you've got tube going down to a food and drink level. We've got a sort of a hanging box in there, same for this side. And then we go down in a tube from the back there to a bottom layer where they've got another little cuddle spot. The boys have got 2 litter trays because the boys seem incapable of holding on until they're down at the bottom. Not like the girls, you're very neat pooers, aren't you? Yes, neat pooers. Where are you going? Don't you see? Right on cue. Good girl. You're such a good girl. You demonstrate in the toilet. Thank you. And then of course they've got their cat flap out to the outside at the back there. Currently shot being bombed by Scruffles. Hello Wriggles, you come to see what's happening? We're filming without you? Outrageous. It's worked out pretty well, I think. It's a smaller space inside here than we had at the old place, but, and this is where the magic really happens, over here we have a secret door. And this is the ferrets' playroom and filming room. Now, obviously, it doesn't look like much of a playroom and filming room right now. It kind of became the dumping ground for stuff that I didn't have anywhere in the house, and it's taken me a couple of weeks to actually organise myself into this position. What I need to do this weekend is clear this up, get the decks laid ready for, and put some lights up as well. I need to put some lights on stands, and basically get it ready for exploring and filming in. Time to get down and dirty. There are benefits to being a YouTuber.
Fun fact, making that animation actually took me longer than really clearing the room. I hope you think it was worth it. But I was finally into the fun bit, decorating the room for play.
This room is going to be a glorious mix of all of the smells and toys that they're familiar with from their old home, plus the new arrangement, the big space, and of course some extra toys thrown in for good measure. It's going to be quite basic at first, but I can add to it as we go along. And there we are, ready for play. We've got toys in the sideways box there, always good value. Some more toys there, a couple of baskets there. This is actually a laundry basket, collapsible laundry basket. It's just a little hidey hole. Coming over here, we've got their kind of snuggle and hammock playground, and I'm going to fill that water up, and there'll be the water fountain there too. Underneath here, a few more bits and bobs. This is an old hedgehog house, and I put a bunch of balls inside there for Wriggles. This is a new surprise for everybody, donuts. The cat already dribbled on them, so they've got a box of soft toys here. This eventually will be our manicure corner. We'll have a little salon going on here, but for the time being it's just another little hidey hole. And then I've used the chair as a structure to wrap 2 tubes around, so it goes all the way around the back, and then soft things, lots of rugs and stuff for them to play on. So and of course I've got lights out ready, so I should be able to film them happily in slow motion.
It might seem like a lot to do for an animal, but honestly, they bring me so much joy. I feel blessed I'm able to call this my job, and that's down to you. So thank you for watching. Drop a paw emoji in the comments if you made it to the end. You are the official Floof Crew. We'll see you next time.